Well, I'm sitting at an angle tonight at the table on my back deck. The sun is going down, so you can kind of see. Here we go. I am half illuminated. The dark side of the moon. First things first, let me toast you, all my friends watching. That's to you. Drinking some Cabernet tonight. It's from a box, and the box wines I really, really like. Everyone was very skeptical about them when they first came out, and it makes a lot of sense how the bag inside, the Mylar bag, collapses as the wine is dispensed, not exposing it to oxygen, so you always get a nice glass of wine, no matter what. It's not like opening up a bottle of wine and then corking it again. Although I do have one of those things where you kind of pump the air out of it, makes the wine stay fresher longer. But pretty much, if you're going to have a bottle of wine, you might as well just drink the whole thing, you and a friend or a couple friends. Had a big lunch today. Went to a place called Chadwick's after the salon today with some friends. That was a lot of fun. That was nice. I got nachos. Do you ever have nachos? I'm going to fire up a pipe in just a minute here. This is a couple things. Tonight's episode is brought to you by, just because I want it to be, Alan Burton in Lancaster. If you live in the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area, you can take a screenshot of this and also his phone number. You can take a screenshot of that if you can. It's a client of mine, a guest. He's a cabinet maker that went into real estate full time. Good guy. I do his beard. And we're getting it to a perfect place. We're almost on target with it. I think just one more shaping and he'll be okay. But he's a realtor. If you're in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, you want to check him out. I'll put his information down below. And tonight's pipe is going to be a JWK 2366. John Keller made this to me, gifted it to me. Just a wonderful pipe. I really like it. It's a perfect smoker, and I dedicate pipes to certain tobaccos. Tonight it's to a burley blend called Burley Light Without the Bite. And it's an aromatic with a vanilla-ish, cream-ish kind of thing. Let's see, what tamper am I going to use tonight? Probably my golf tee. Put a little more in here. Talk to you about a couple things. Got a couple yabos going on. Working on a new book. The last book, Unstuck, How to Leave Retail Once and For All, is taking longer than I thought. Writing the book's easy. That's just getting the concept on paper. It's the editing where it's making sense and where you repeat yourself. You want to be intelligent when you write a book. I've written several. It's been a fun hobby for many years. Got the oil lamp going tonight. I don't know if you can see that flame a little bit, but kerosene. That's all it is kerosene. Show you a couple things that I got in the mail. One of the interesting things about doing what I do is people give me things all the time. You have no idea the boxes of things that come to my door. And a lot of people will leave notes saying, you know, you don't have to make a video about this. You don't have to tell anyone about it. It's just my way of saying thanks. And that's really cool. I appreciate that. And there's times where people send me two of something that they made. One for myself and one to give away. And I do a lot of giveaways. I don't do giveaways in order to grow my channel. There's times where I will take any one of my watchers And I know some people are better off than others. Some are company owners, some... It's now raining. This is wild. I knew I should have came out here a little bit earlier. But the show must go on. There's some people that struggle even to have a corncob pipe, which many of you can't, like a corncob pipe. Wow. I have some people that say, I would like to try a pipe someday, but I'm saving up to get a corncob pipe. Now, corncob pipes, you can get them anywhere from $2.50 up to, what, maybe about $10 for some of the higher end, so-called higher end corncob pipes. Custom pipes like a John Keller are much more, because a lot of time, you're paying for his time and his creativity, which is a wonderful pipe. You got to check him out on Instagram, JWK2366. Please check him out. You will not be disappointed. And the people who are saving up for a corncob pipe, like putting away like 10 cents a week. Wow. You know, you don't realize how good you have it until you hear someone say, I'm saving up for a corncob pipe. I mean, I have corncob pipes. You know, I get the seconds bags. You know, you smoke them a few times. There's been times where I would take a pipe on a hiking trip or a camping trip and maybe left it outside, got wet, and like the shank expanded and then cracked or something like that. So you just toss it, you know, not realizing that it could be repaired, and someone who doesn't have a corncob pipe would be able to take something like this and love it. So that's interesting, right? Let me fire this up. Hold on. Man, perfect smoker every time. What a great combo. Burley Light without a bite. It's BWB if you look on the forums, if you look at the tobacco stores. Burley Light, BLWB, Burley Light without bite. Doesn't need anything except to be lit. It's wonderful. It's raining more on me. Let me see where those clouds are going. All right, they're going in that direction. So it looks like the dark clouds over there are going to go past me. So I guess we'll just sit this out. Do you like these kind of matches? These long ones? Like if I have a candle or a lamp in front of me, there's times where, like if there's an open flame, let's just say, I'll show you what I do. Like if I have a candle in front of me, I bought a bunch of these candles. They're like fireplace or, you know, barbecue. So you'll light it, you let the sulfur burn off, and then you light your pipe with it. There's a lot of wood there, okay, so it's not going anywhere. When it gets real skinny and, you know, when it burns right down, I just tap it so the burned part comes off. But I will keep a candle or a lamp in front of me, here's a candle, I'll just kind of light it up again like that. And then what I do is I allow the new flame, like this. Blow that out and just kind of put that in the ashtray. And this might last for 5 or 6 pipe lightings. Just something I do. When I bought several boxes of them at a Sears hardware store before it closed down, and I really like them. I mean, I know they're what do they call them? Fireplace matches or something? But a lot of times if you're trying to get that ember going again, just put your finger over the top of it without burning it, of course, and restrict the airflow. And that seems to kind of like bring the fire back. The new book is called The Stable Stoic. And it's going to be the benefits of Stoicism in modern society when it comes to the workplace, when it comes to love, when it comes to business. Your emotions are your biggest enemy. Most of the time that you've gotten into trouble are because of your emotions, overreacting or misinterpreting other people's actions and then just having an exaggerated reaction. And I encourage people to respond and not react to things. I don't know, does that make sense to you? To respond and not react? And it creates a spirit of stability in your life. Things can go on around you, but nothing phases you because of your stability. And you are in control of your emotions. Does that mean you can't love? No. Does that mean you can't laugh? No. Does that mean you can't express yourself? No, it doesn't mean that at all. Epictetus said, "Men are not disturbed by things, but by their opinions about those things." Does that make sense? Nice. Burly, light without the bite. In a JWK custom cob. And he's got a sticker on the bottom. That's nice. Nice fellow. I was at my brother Vincent's, and he always has all kinds of interesting little gadgets. I go, "Man, where'd you get that?" And he says, "I got 3 of them." And it was like 3 for $10 or 3 for $5, I forget. Like a little light switch thing. And it's got 2 magnets on the back of it so it can stick to anything metal. But you turn it on. I don't know if you can see that, how bright that is. I mean, it's blinding. It's actually blinding. But this is kind of a cool thing that I put in the Van Gogh room. I just put it on my table and I shine it up, or you could put it above and just, flick it and it illuminates everything. It's kind of a cool thing. I don't know if you can get them at the dollar store or whatever, but it takes 3 is it AA batteries or triple, the smaller ones, like the pen light ones? Is that AAA batteries, right? Are AA batteries the next size up, or is it A? No, I guess these are the AA batteries. But what a cool little thing. Obviously, it doesn't consume a lot of energy, but look how bright that is. Even here it is in the daytime, you can see how bright that is. Very cool. I don't even know what they're called, and you can mount it either with screws. It's got Velcro and 2 magnets. If I find it on Amazon, I'll put a link down below where you can get them. Only if it comes in a multi-pack. I like the idea of having them around. You should not be paying, $10 for this. If it's like a 3-pack or a 5-pack for $10, definitely get it. Put it in your car, in the attic, underneath like counters, or just something where you don't want cords going to. I just think this could be so helpful. It's incredible. Another thing I want to show you, it's almost like show and tell time, isn't it? A lot of times Beards Without Borders is. Let me take another sip of my wine. Oh, that is so good. I put a couple ice cubes in it because it's so hot out and humid. I just want to cool it off a little bit. I usually like my wine, my red wine, at room temperature. And I like my white wine refrigerated. But room temperature today meant 82 degrees. And I don't want to drink 82-degree red wine, so I put a couple ice cubes in it. Not having dinner because I'm still full from lunch. I had nachos. Pulled chicken machos. I can't believe I said machos. Yes, I'd like a plate of machos, please. Now this is a gift that came from Monk Cox, Blind Monkey Bags. He's a leather worker out of Nevada. I'm going to show you something. He wanted to make me a bag. I got more bags than I know what to do with. So what I said, how about this instead? And I'll read you his note in a second. I said, how about maybe a pipe holster and a tobacco pouch? So he made me a custom-made leather tobacco pouch. Actually, two of them. A big one and a small one. You know, a few bowls in here. And then this might be, you know, several days worth with snaps. Saddle stitched. It's nice. And, now here's the cool part. Pipe holsters. He made me 2 pipe holsters. I'll put his information down below. Pipe, you don't see pipe holsters, but like a lot of times if I'm hiking or something, this is my first pipe. It's a Dr. Grabo. I don't even know what it's called. It's probably minimum 30 years old. Minimum 30 years. Neighbors just got home. I was wondering what that noise was. Old Faithful here. I actually refinished it and kind of put some red dye on there. Alcohol ink. So watch. So you put this on your belt like this. And I've seen them where it's just all, the back is all one piece, but a lot of times, remember when cell phones did not have the adjustable ratcheting belt clips, and you'd sit down and the cell phone would like fly off your belt? And I just pictured myself sitting down with the pipe holster and snapping the shank or the stem off my pipe as it doesn't move, obviously. If you know, so I said, how about if we create a swivel of some type on it? So he put kind of a rivet, a brass rivet on there, a swivel. Now this right here will go around the pipe. It can go, let's see, like that. I'm guessing, yeah. And that limits its movement inside the holster. I pictured it kind of being like this. I don't know, so we'll see how it works. But I wanted a kind of a pivoting belt loop. So it's not a belt clip. I will actually thread my belt through this so that when I sit down, it kind of goes like this, as opposed to catching like on my thigh and then snapping off the, you know, the stem. But what a neat little thing. I'm going to put his information down below too if you want to make yourself a pipe holster. You have to be a real pipe aficionado, and I don't know what the price point is. It's just think about materials and his time that he puts into it. So these are prototypes. He's never made these before, but I'm really digging it. And I carry like a Leatherman on me. I have my other I have an EDC holster that just goes like in the small of my back with my personal firearm. I also have, I don't have it on me now, my not a Leatherman, a Spyderco knife. I like clip knives as well. And I like the Leatherman multi-tools, that type of thing. So my EDC is everything from lighters to tampers to, you know, could end up being a pipe holster. And I like the idea of a flat pouch. Some of them expand in the bottom, and I didn't want a real fat pouch. I wanted something that can hold like a couple days worth of tobacco, and this was it. So this right here, this holster matches this tobacco pouch, which I like. And this one here, smooth, just beautiful. And of course, if you like the smell of leather, that's just incredible. These are more like a pewter type of finish, snap and rivets. And this is really cool, isn't it? I don't know if you can appreciate the handiwork of this here, but it's really kind of neat. Really neat. Sturdy snap. I like it a lot. So that was a gift that I got this week. He inquired, and I, as a way of saying thank you, and I said, yeah, sure. I don't say no. Oh, and then he stamped my initials on it, GB. That's kind of a neat little gift. So thanks, Monk. I appreciate that. I'll put his information down below. If you want something like that, I think it'd be kind of cool to have. It's just my opinion about cool things. What other cool thing do I have here? Oh, here's the cool item of the week. Another cool one is I get this fella who makes me a pipe, Sayers Pipes in Ireland, and this box came and it's branded with his logo, the brass hardware, the little locking hinge, or the locking mechanism. Open it up, and there was a note, which I'll read, and then a little sock, and then a pipe that he made for me. Another person made me a pipe. That's kind of cool. I'll put his links down below. This is from Ireland. This is an Ants, all handmade. This is not made on a machine, so it's kind of cool. I would imagine the hole is drilled, but I love this plateau briar, and to me that's such an interesting, isn't that just an interesting point right there? It's just such a visually interesting pipe. And he also sent a rubber, like a rubber bit thing that goes on the end, for clenching. And I'm not much of a clencher, but I will use it on this though. It's substantial, has a nice feel. Look at this. Look at that. Is that just like really badass or what? I love this thing. Sayers Pipes. You can see him on Instagram, and also he has a website. It's beautiful. And what he does is he makes pipes based upon your face, the shape of your face, the length of your neck. What he does, he's an artist that creates pipes that he thinks are aesthetically complementary to your structure. Who does that? With pipes, a lot of times it's one size fits all. Now, a lot of pipe makers I know, if you request something, they'll do it. For instance, I know JWK, he made this for me, and I love it. In his mind, he thought, what would be good for me? What would I like? I like pipes with a slight bend. I'm not a chin hanger kind of guy. I like that. I'm tactile. So he kind of took some of the roughness off, but left just enough on. Roughed up the top. I like that. It almost looks like a plateau top. So things that are made for you, incredible. What do they call it? Bespoke? These are bespoke pipes. So take a look at Sayers Pipes. I'll put his link down below. And this is what he made for me. Now this is not a clencher type. It's something that you could keep in your mouth for a couple puffs. But you keep it in your hand. I have my elbow on the arm of the chair and just kind of... I'm going to give this its maiden voyage tonight. Hasn't been smoked in yet. I'm excited about this. This is really neat. Check them out, Sayers Pipes. That's really neat. The box, the sock, custom. If you like things that are custom, what can I say? But let me read his letter to you. Put my glasses on and we'll get the show on the road. Dear George, it brings me great delight to gift you this signature emerald ants. Let me pull this out while I'm reading. Signature emerald ants tobacco pipe. I hope this pipe brings you much pleasure as I experienced in the carving process. All my pipes are hand carved from start to finish. This piece is carved from Italian plateau briar and embellished with a 5,000-year-old Irish bog oak ring. Morta block, carbon dated 5,000 years. So let me take that off. And you can see the Morta ring, which is bog oak, carbon dated 5,000 years. Very, very special. The stem is hand carved from high grade acrylic. Let's see. I can't quite read anything, but he is talking about the stem. It is hand carved. I'm really loving this thing here. You can view my work at www.sayerspipes.com. That's SAYERS pipes.com. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as Sayers Pipes. Thanks a million for all your videos. I got great enjoyment from them, especially the videos on hats and beards and pipe tobacco, etc. They're some of my favorite things. I wish you many years of happy, sweet smokes, kind regards. And then he puts a little cartoon here. It says, say goodbye to your cares when you smoke a Sayers. Isn't that nice? I love it. Even the cartoon is smoking a little ants. And when I say ants, I mean A-N-S-E, not ants as in ants crawling on the ground. Like you assume that people know that. Imagine that people who aren't in the pipe world, and you say, I'm smoking an ant's pipe. They instantly think A-N-T-S. I mean, who in everyday life ever heard of the word ants? Most people don't know that word. I certainly didn't know it. What is the origin of that word? Someone tell me. I'm going to be doing a live broadcast on Instagram after this tonight. What did you think of my little few statements on Stoicism? What do you think of that? What are your thoughts on Stoicism? Thanks for joining me. I hope you lit up tonight and clinked a glass to me as well. I am looking to do a daily show called Beards Without Borders in the evening, every evening, live. And I'm looking for a sponsor for that. And also for a morning show. So if you want to sponsor it, reach out to me, gb@georgebruno.com. So until next time, like I say during all the broadcasts, peace be with you.